How you do it? Is that it? Bleeping? Did I spell it? Did I miss a P?
You did it all wrong.
I missed a P.
It's like NASCAR.
Don't crash.
Whoa! America. Whoa! Potato sack race. Oh, look at that! A short course. You got your seatbelt on?
No.
You ready?
No.
Good.
Oh God, slow down.
You had one job.
Good.
Who does that on the race course?
I was like, oh,
You call that a toe strap? This is a toe strap.
This just now happened. Hey, what's that say right there? America! Some inflatable toys. They don't know what they're doing. What's gonna happen?
I think nothing. I think it's just gonna stop.
I think it may like pop the back wheels off the ground.
You're gonna like what happens next.
Oh God!
Did he roll it?
Hey guys, Matt here, BleepinJeep of course. 2 days. I have 2 days. This needs to be on a trailer, headed to Moab, ready to wheel. It's down to the wire. I'm sick as a dog. It's really last minute. So I've been kinda, I apologize, I've been kinda not filming a lot. But man, there's just so much to do, so little time, but it's getting there. Let me show you what I'm up to right now. Check it out, still lots of work yet, but this is where I'm at right now. So, yesterday, I put in this floor pan. Now this one was the difficult one because I had to cut for the transfer case and kind of rework the whole floor pan to fit the transfer case in there. Once I did that, I had all these gaps that I had to weld up, like right here and all of that and whatnot. But it's looking good. I'm gonna put some seam sealer down on that hopefully before I can put the carpet in. And today I guess will be a follow-up, and I'll show you how to put the other side in. So I started the floorboards in a previous video. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. Now I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do, at least, to weld it in. It's probably not the correct way, but it's gonna work. So if you remember in the previous video, we cut all this out, and this is the frame rail right here, or the unibody frame rail. I've ground around where I think it's gonna weld so that we'll have good weld penetration. I'll have to do some spots here, but let me show you. This floor pan should be a lot easier than the other one because it fits in there pretty good. The only problem is way up there. I'll need to extend it because I had to cut out more than that. So the first thing I'm going to do, I've got a bolt right here that needs to come up for the seat. Let me put my gloves on. So I'm going to get that where I want it. Try to figure out where that bolt is. It's right about there. And to mark it, I'm just going to hammer it. See that? I need to cut that out so that it'll sit down on that bolt. Alright, so the next thing I want to do is make some holes for the spot welds. So you have that frame underneath there, and I'm going to make a bunch of holes right on where it needs to spot weld to here. So what I did was I went underneath and marked a line along where the frame is. So let's flip this over. There's my outside edges of the frame, so I'm just going to come in a little bit, probably right about there. I'm going to blow some holes with the plasma torch, and then those will be my spot welds to hold this down. Alright, if I did that right, hopefully they'll all line up. Alright, so if you remember, the frame is kind of curved a little bit right here, so I can't quite push it down yet. What I want to do is tack it along the edges and we'll start working it forward. And keep in mind this is real pliable, so if it's not fitting quite right, you just take a hammer and just smack it around and you can get it to fit whatever you need. Got the welder on the lowest setting it'll go. I'm going to start back here. Alright guys, I got this side stitch welded pretty good. Now remember, when you're welding thin sheet metal, you're just going to do little tacks for the most part. That way you don't blow through the metal. This stuff is really thin. This stuff is, this is fine to work on, but some of the side parts on the Jeep wants to blow through. Anyway, now I'm going to push this down until it contacts the frame rail. For that, I'll probably just whack it with the hammer here. See what happens. So I'm just going to keep bending that until it conforms where I need to weld it. Since it's not fitting very well, what I'm going to do is just hammer it until I can get one. I'll weld that, and then I'll hammer it to the next one, weld it, and then continue all the way up. What you want to do, like right here, you'll notice it's touching here, but it's not touching there. So just weld it where it is touching. Once you get it tacked down, then you can hammer down the rest and continue along. Looks like it's going to be really difficult to fit, but as long as you just weld it here, you can beat it out and make it fit there. I can tell you that this floor pan does not fit very well, but despite that I was able to beat it down and tack it all in. Remember, this is a floor pan for a Cherokee and this is a Comanche, so it said when I bought it that it would fit a Comanche too, but I don't think so. Alright, so I'm going to just continue that here. Is that loud enough for you? Anyway, that's pretty self-explanatory. I'm just going to do that all the way around. I'll spare you the beating sounds. But I'll get back with you here in a minute. Alright, check it out, guys. It's a pain in the butt, but it's coming together. I have a few little gaps though, right there. Actually just two. 1, 2. So I'm gonna take some pieces of scrap metal I've got lying around. I'll cut this into a pie and just lay it over there, weld it up, and then after that I've got to fill this gap up here. I'll have to cut another piece that'll fit right in there perfectly, and then just weld that in. Not my best work, but it'll do. Technically you could go around and weld every inch of that, but I just am going to stitch it and use some seam sealer. I put that little piece up in the front there. That's technically not very good because it's actually rusted a little bit higher, but I didn't want to. I mean, it goes way up the firewall. I guess there was a brake leak or something, brake fluid or something getting on that, and it just rusted way up there, so I could have done a better job on that, but I'm happy with it. I'll put some seam sealer on it, some paint on it, and put the carpet over it, and it'll last for a long, long time. Now excuse me while I go puke in the toilet. I bought this stuff on Amazon. It's supposed to be like Dynamat, but it's an off-brand Noiko. Figured I'd give it a shot. It had good reviews. So I'm going to put this in here to deaden the sound, but also block some heat right around the exhaust right here. It says you're supposed to use a roller. I don't have a roller, so I'm just doing it like this. I need a roller. Oh, I'm blinging now. Check that out. Diamonds, baby. Diamonds. Makes it a lot brighter in here too. I can already tell that it's quieter though. That's awesome. So I had 2 boxes of that stuff. I think it was 36 square feet a box. Don't quote me on that, but maybe that's way off. I don't know. Anyway, 2 boxes of that stuff, and that's what I did with it. Used every bit of it. Alright, now I gotta figure out this console I gotta figure out where the kill switch is gonna go. And then I guess I gotta seal this up, otherwise it's not gonna work to have carpet in here. Apparently I have no idea how to install carpet. Seems to me like it's way too big. Maybe I'm supposed to trim the edges. Hard part, I gotta cut around this to get it flat, but I don't want to cut too much. So how do you know how much to cut? It's a conundrum.
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, look who's here. It's Jeremy.